Well, thanks for that introduction. That's serious right there, man. That's real serious. How y'all doing tonight? Yeah! We got any West Baltimoreans in the building? Anybody live in West Baltimore? Oh, good. So I can tell you the story. You won't even get offended by this stuff. I used to live in West Baltimore, and honestly, this is, this brick kind of reminds me of the house that we lived in. Not so much the structure, but the view that we had from the house. It really wasn't much to look at. It was a very rough neighborhood right in Emerson Village. I don't know if y'all ever passed through there. Do it quickly. We got stuck there for just, I'm not a rich guy. I'm not a rich guy. I go by the Kingpin, but I don't sell drugs. It's a size thing. I don't know if y'all in the comics. It's a size thing. I'm just a big dude. Somebody said that. And I was like, yeah, it's cool. I like that. Yeah, all right. But anyway, Emerson Village. If you've ever been there, you will understand what I'm about to tell you. Down the street, there was a park. I used to send my kids down to the park. I got a bunch of kids. My wife and I got 5 kids total. One on the way. Yeah. And it's not because I'm, one of the big family. I just like unprotected sex, and I figured that's the best way to do it. So, anyway, I mean, you gotta do it right. You can't be running around this city. Like I said, I used to live here. So my kids would go to the park, and they came back from the park. It's such a rough neighborhood. I used to worry about my kids being at the park. So they came back from the park telling me that their basketball got stolen or something like that. And they wanted me to go get their basketball from the kids down at the court. And I had to tell them, straight up, y'all really weren't that good at basketball. I'm not going down there. All right? Should have ducked and moved, when they were trying to take it. I tried to show you how to cross over. Plant the foot. They don't listen, so they don't have a basketball anymore. But it's an interesting area. The cops come through all the time. They come through on horses sometimes. Yeah, it's weird. It's a really weird way to make a brother feel like we're free again. Just kind of trotting through on a horse, and the horse just takes a dump in the middle of the street. And there's nobody there to scoop it up. But damn if the police won't be on your back if you let your dog poop somewhere and you don't pick it up, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But a horse can take a dump in the middle of the street and they just keep trotting away. Like, did you see that? That was big. Somebody gonna clean it up, not us. But yeah, it's an interesting neighborhood. So we got out of there. We moved out to the county out in Severn. You know where Severn, Maryland is? Yeah. All right. Well, it's out there by Fort Meade or whatever, and it's a different stuff we gotta worry about. Now people want to break in and steal your lawnmower and all that kind of stuff. We don't really have a lawnmower because we don't really have a lot of stuff. We just managed to get out the city. So people like break in our house and all they can find in there is like a good night's sleep. They break in, leave out, bring us some stuff back, like leave a note on the couch, sorry about the window, but we figured you could use the other stuff. It's serious, man. It's real serious. The other day I walked out my door, went and got the paper, whatever. They throw these random papers in my yard. I'm not really a subscriber, but I just don't like this, stuff in the middle of my driveway. So I come back up the step, and I step over a dead cat right in front of my door. I mean, literally right in front of the door. And he wasn't just regular dead. Like, he wasn't like he went to sleep type dead. He was like mauled and sitting on my front doorstep. And I'm thinking, first of all, that's disgusting. But second of all, why did an animal drop this right here? Like, of all of the space that I got out here in the county, he picked my doorstep. So I'm like, did I do something wrong to an animal around here? That's how he feel. You know what? For that can you dropped around the corner, here's a dead cat on the doorstep. And I like overanalyzing. It stuck with me all day. I was like, man, I need to sign up for Greenpeace or something. I must be doing wrong to the animals. Then I started thinking about, in the city you got like these dogs and stuff that walk around. The little stray dogs, they don't really mess with you too much. They eat the cats and stuff like that. But out there, I didn't know what the hell was running around. I don't know what mauled this cat, but obviously it was big enough to maul the cat. So now I go in the house, I gotta warn my kids, there's an animal running loose. This is the kind of stuff you don't have to do in the hood. We already know there's animals running loose around here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling the kids, look, there's some type of animal running loose. He ate a cat and left the rest of it in the front of the house. So I didn't even tell the kids to clean it up, I just left it there. Because that's just disgusting. A bird is one thing, but this is a cat. That thing was huge. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. Nobody else is gonna do it. The animal will come back for it. And honestly, he did. He came back the same night and grabbed it up out of there, man. It was crazy. I was like, damn. I wonder if he's gonna bring it back. Worry about different stuff out there, man. You know, in the city, you got different types of people. You got your crackheads. Everybody's seen a crackhead before, right?
Yeah.
All right, crackheads are handy. Don't act crazy. Yeah, the drug thing is bad, but they're very handy. I hired a crackhead one time to mow my lawn for $10. He was walking down the street. It was hot as hell that day. I was sitting on the porch, and he was like, "Hey, man, you need somebody to cut your grass?" I said, "Yeah." How much you gonna charge me? He said $10. I said, all right, that's what's up. He said, I'll be back. I'll be done in an hour. I was like, cool. So he walks off. I sit on the porch, chilling out, drinking lemonade. About 45 minutes later, I realized I don't hear like a lawnmower or nothing in my backyard, right? So I said, let me walk through here and see what the hell's going on. So I walk through. I come out the back door. This dude's out back with a pair of scissors and a butter knife. And I felt bad, because I'm like, dang, I didn't know he had a lawnmower. I was going to tell him to, not do it, but it was too late. He was putting the finishing touches on my whole backyard an hour later with a pair of scissors and a butter knife. Crackheads are some hard workers. We need to bring them into the workforce. That is serious. I was like, I gave him an extra $1. I was like, man, that's amazing. You edged up the sidewalk and everything. You got the little grass from between the sidewalk tiles with the scissors. They hard workers out here, man, I'm gonna tell you. But I actually just, like I said, I moved out to the county, but I still work in DC. I don't know if you guys ever been in DC people here? Nobody? Good, I can talk about it, y'all won't get offended. Basically, when I go to DC, I catch a train to get there, right? The train, you catch the first train, you catch the second train, you're on the metro. And the metro, we're doing rush hour, it's very crowded. I'm sure y'all have been on a train, the public transportation, well, maybe not, I don't know how y'all rolling for real. But truth is, I'm on the train every day, and I'm always standing because I only gotta go a couple stops. So I realized the other day that I'm, not purposely, but just accidentally giving people like shoulder crotch. You know what I'm saying? Just riding on the train and somebody's sitting there just minding their own business, and my shoulder and crotch is right here. Just like, my shit is like right here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really notice it, you know what I'm saying? I don't really notice it. Trying to see my style from somewhere else, and I just don't want, they got signs up about it that says if you rub up against me, I'll expose you. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't know this was such a problem. I don't want to be that guy that's standing there that day that one person that sits on the train every day has had enough of like shoulder crotch happening to them. And I'm not really trying to do it, but they want to make a big scene out the shit, you know what I'm saying? Just be sitting there, almost knocked it over, it's cool. Sir! Excuse me! And I'm saying, my bad. I mean, there was some people pushing, they were trying to get over, and they stopped. You rub me, and I'll expose you. Like, what am I supposed to do at that point? Fight them? I actually did have my balls in their face, and sometimes you gotta know your limitations. So, anyways, y'all been great. I'm the Kingpin. Y'all have a good one.